This scares me more than anything I've seen in any movie ever. I really, really want Netflix to leave Narnia alone. Please. This is my leave Britney alone moment. I'm ready to cry on camera for this to not happen. Maybe I'll go viral if I do. This is crazy. I can't believe that they do this, but I can because it's Netflix. And let's talk about what we need to do to stop this in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about all things in culture. We are big fans of C.S. Lewis at Fandom Pulse, and I have read Narnia multiple times. Absolutely love it. This is an overtly Christian channel, so I hope you enjoy the content here on that level. And we love that this is a Christ allegory. And because of that, like any sort of like sex swapping would literally be a blasphemous thing for Netflix to do. And this is how crazy they're about to go. So hit the like and subscribe button. Let's talk about this and get into what Netflix is doing and how they ruin everything. We know they do it. I'm also writing my own overtly Christian fantasy, guys. And this is in a style that was like from the 40s to 60s. We did like a Silver Age, beautiful fantasy classic that you don't get from the market anymore. And so this came out a couple weeks ago, got beautiful emails from a lot of people on this. Thanks for making this our biggest release yet. It's called The Demon's Eye. It's about a strong male lead who has to go out and fight evil. Very simple stuff and really good. You're going to love this if you're a Dungeons & Dragons fan. Dragonlance fan, if you like the old classic Conan sort of stuff. We really tried to drill into what makes fantasy great. And I hope you'll support our channel, support Christian artists out here because we have to do things differently and be away from mainstream. It's not like Netflix is going to adapt my books or anything like that. So check it out. It's in the description below. Thank you so much for supporting us. It's only $4.99 to start reading today. And yes, start your reading. Enjoy. Thank you for being here. So another report claims Meryl Streep, of all people, is in talks to play a sex-swapped Aslan in Netflix and Greta Gerwig's upcoming adaptation of C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia. This hurts so bad, my friends. And the problem immediately is I can see Netflix doing it. I can't envision Netflix not doing it. That's the best part, right? It's like, oh, will Netflix do this? Oh, yeah, that's pretty like... Would Netflix leave Aslan alone and actually make him the god figure he actually is as an allegory? Nope. There's no way Netflix would ever do that. That's the real problem that we have at this front. Terrible. So Deadline's Andreas Wiseman reports Oscar winner Meryl Streep is in talks to play Aslan the Great Lion. Oh, gosh. And Greta Gerwig in Netflix's Narnia movie, we have confirmed with sources. This is horrible. This is atrocious. Greta Gerwig is doing this intentionally. This is evil, frankly. I'm getting mad just making this video, guys, so forgive me if I ramble. This gets me so incensed. However, he says they're not quite at the offers stage yet. It was previously reported at Nexus Point News that an offer has been made to Meryl Streep to portray a central character in the series, Aslan the Great Lion. The outlet added, Streep is in talks to portray Aslan, who will be female in the series. Oh, gosh. If Netflix and Gerwig do indeed pursue Streep to play this, it is completely contrary to C.S. Lewis's vision, obviously. In a letter, Lewis explained how Aslan is not an allegory for Jesus Christ, but Jesus Christ in the world of Narnia. Is Jesus Christ in the world of Narnia? He wrote, if Aslan represented the immaterial deity in the same way in which the giant despair represents despair, he would be an allegorical figure. In reality, however, he is an invention, giving an imaginary answer to the question, what might Christ become like if there really were a world like Narnia, and he chose to be incarnate and die and rise again in that world? He has actually done an art. That's not an allegory at all. He's literally the same character. I actually did the same device, and I was inspired by Narnia in this, in Justified Saga, the Nano Templar. There's a character who is the Christ character that's central, that the characters all feed into with the Christian religion allegory in this science fiction world. That is the exact same thing. And I loved that very one-to-one, like, what would God be like if God had invented this world, right? It's a pretty neat, that's exactly what we can explore in science fiction and fantasy. He'd have the same nature, of course, because God's immutable, but maybe he would have done things a little differently because it would have been a different world for him to do so. Neat stuff. It's cool. This is what fantasy should explore. This is beautiful stuff. In another letter responding to a mother concerned that her son was loving Aslan more than Jesus, he wrote, Lawrence can't really love Aslan more than Jesus, even if he feels that's what he's doing. for the things he loves and Aslan for doing and saying are simply the things Jesus really did and said. So that when Lawrence thinks he is loving Aslan, he is really loving Jesus and perhaps loving him more than he ever did before. And maybe he'll come to that when he's older. And that's what's good about children's stories, books, and the like. Deacon Harrison Garlick, host of the Ascend Great Books podcast, reacted to this on X. He says, the humiliating destruction of what you hold dear is the point. And I do believe this is the case, that Hollywood, Netflix, these evil people who take the ticket, who really are selling their souls over to Satan to make these things, they get these properties and they try to destroy everything. It seems like that's the intention, because evil can not create. They can only destroy. They can only morph things into something corrupt, right? That's all they have the intent of doing. And they're bitter about it. These people are understanding that they're not creative geniuses. I mean, what is Greta Gerwig really? Oh, she did Barbie. Well, she didn't create Barbie, did she? No, she just made a silly parody mockery movie that capitalized on the brand to a bunch of people who were nostalgic about Barbie. That's all she could do. And she made it into a feminist train wreck. Of course she did. So what's she going to do? She's going to take this, which is a beautiful work of Christian, and absolutely do the same thing. Just make it into a mockery that destroys it. That is their only thing they can do, and that way they, quote, made it their own. That's how they feel they created something. And of course, the more pushback they get, they feel like they've done even better, right? And they're going to get paid loads. They get their worldly reward for it. I mean, that's how it all works, because Netflix wants to promote this. All the evil surrounding all that wants to promote this kind of thing every single time. They love to destroy the culture. They've absolutely eviscerated pretty much everything in American culture that we hold dear. I mean, it's true. Western culture even, right? I mean, Rings of Power has done this to Lord of the Rings. It's absolutely obliterated. Star Trek's become the terrible thing. Star Wars has become a terrible thing. The Marvel movies have gone to a terrible thing. There's nothing left. C.S. Lewis is really the only last untouched great piece of fiction. They actually even did Mark Twain, where they made it from a new book from Jim's perspective as a black man last year. It was like the best-selling book for a long, long time in Barnes & Noble and the like. Absolutely atrocious stuff. Like I said, none of these people can ever create. It's always about their identity politics, and it's always about doing this kind of thing. It's really obnoxious. So this is a red flag. It's an increasingly scary list for Netflix. And, honestly, this needs to be boycotted. And there is a C.S. Lewis estate. You can find them. You can tell them, hey, guys, this is not acceptable. We can't have this kind of content for Narnia. We need to do something different. And I highly recommend you do so. And tell them to pull the license from Netflix. This is not okay. Netflix needs to be gone at this juncture. These people are incapable of adapting a work of this magnitude for their films and doing it right. It's not going to happen. And gosh, this is really scary stuff, but it's bound to happen. Best thing you can do is, of course, don't watch it. And that'll be what's happening when this comes out. We'll be reporting on this along the way. Hopefully we can do something. Hopefully the C.S. Lewis estate wakes up and realizes these people are bastardizing his legacy. I don't even know if they care at this juncture. We'll see. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. And do check out my books. Justified's a great one. I've also got the Demon's Eye Fantasy, which just came out as well. If you love these books, I'll put them both in the description below for you. I know you're not, by the way, marketing, you're not supposed to give people choices because it always causes problems. Get both. That's the answer. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be back soon.